So we can start our today's session. This is chapter 2, polynomials. First we can discuss the definition of a polynomial. In lower class you studied the definition of a polynomial as an expression with one or more terms is called a polynomial. But here I gave a simple definition for the polynomial, that is an algebraic expression is called a polynomial. An algebraic expression is called a polynomial. For example, 3x square plus 2x minus 8x plus 3. Here 2x and negative 8x are like terms. Here it is not a problem whether like terms or not. Anyway, it is an algebraic expression, so it will be a polynomial too. Then in this expression, the variable is x. That means here the polynomial in variable x, so it can be denoted as p of x, polynomial x. P of x. If the variable will be y, then we can express p of y. Variable will be z, then we can express p of z. Here the variable will be x, so its name will be p of x. The next is degree of a polynomial. The highest power of the variable in a polynomial is called its degree. The highest power of the variable. So in this example, 3x square plus 2x minus 8x plus 3. X is the variable. The highest power is 2. X square. Here x, here also x. That means power will be 1. So the highest power will be 2. So its degree will be 2. Then according to degree, we can classify these polynomials into 3. Linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. With the degree 1, linear. With the degree 2, quadratic. With the degree 3, cubic. Then their general forms are ax plus b, ax square plus bx plus c, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. The next section is value of a polynomial at a given point. This you already studied in 9th standard. So here the example is given. P of x equal 5x square minus 4x plus 2. Find its value at x equal 2. At x equal 2 means we want to substitute the value of x as 2 in this equation. So P of 2 will be P of 2 equal 5 into 2 square minus 4 into 2 plus 2. Wherever x comes, there we write 2. Then 5 into 4 minus 4 into 2 plus 2, 20 minus 8 plus 2, 20 minus 8 is 12, 12 plus 2 is 14. So the value of the polynomial will be 14. The next is 0 of a polynomial. A real number alpha is said to be a 0 of the polynomial p of x if p of alpha is equal 0. This is the definition. Its meaning is which value we give for x, then the value of the polynomial will be 0, then that value of x is known as 0 of the polynomial. For example, here we gave x as alpha, then we got p of alpha will be 0. So alpha is said to be the 0 of the polynomial. The next is what is the geometrical meaning of the zeros of the polynomial. For that we want to discuss the type of graph for linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial. In this chapter you want to study only these two. The graph of a linear polynomial is always a straight line because its general form is ax plus b. Degree is 1. Then for a quadratic polynomial, the graph is a curve shape or U shape. That shape is called parabola. Then the general form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. So if the coefficient of x, that means the value of x square is greater than 0, then the shape of parabola opening upwards. The value of a, that means in the general form ax square plus bx plus c, if the value of a is positive, then its graph will be parabola opening upwards. If the coefficient of x square is less than 0, that means a will be negative. If a is negative, then the shapes of a parabola opening downwards. Okay. Then how we can find the number of zeros of a polynomial from the graph? Without getting the polynomial, from the graph how we can find the number of zeros? A zero of a linear polynomial is the x coordinate of the point where the graph intersect the x-axis. Where the graph intersect x-axis, or in at how many points the graph intersect at x-axis, that will be the number of zeros. And in which all points that intersect at x-axis, that value of x coordinate will be the 0 of the polynomial. How many intersecting points on x-axis, that will be the number of zeros. Which all points that intersect at x-axis, that will be the 0 of the polynomial. Here I gave two examples, two graphs. One is straight line, that for linear polynomial, and other one is upper opening parabola. That means value of a is positive and it is representing a quadratic polynomial. Okay. So here this line intersect x-axis at only one point, -1. So there is only one zero of the polynomial and that 0 will be -1, the value of x. Where the graph intersect, at that point, what is the x coordinate? That will be the 0. So here -1 is the 0 of the polynomial and there is only one 0. Okay, that means for a linear polygon, there is only one solution. Only one and only one 0. Okay. Then for the upper opening parabola. Here from the graph itself, we know that it representing a quadratic polynomial with value of a as positive. So here this parabola intersect x-axis at 2 points at -1 and 4. So here how many zeros? 2 zeros are there. Which are they? -1 and 4. -1 and 4. Now this is exercise 2.1. There are 6 graphs are given. Here we need to find how many zeros are there in each. Okay, in the first figure, there is no intersecting point at x-axis. So there is number of zeros. There is no zeros. Then for the second one, there is only one intersecting point at x-axis. Okay, so its number of zeros will be 1. Then in the third one, 3 intersecting points. So number of zeros will be 3. Then here the fourth one having 2 intersecting points. So its number of zeros will be 2. Then here the fifth question, there are 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 intersecting points. So its number of zeros will be 4. Then sixth one, 1, 2. This parabola's tip. That means only one intersecting point. Okay, 1, 2. Here also 1. So 3. So here number of intersecting points will be 3 at x-axis. So its number of zeros will be 3. In this chapter, there is no importance in the drawing of graph. But in your textbook, it is already given. So that you can understand easily from the YouTube URL which is given after this. Okay. So you should watch that URL, then understand how to draw the graph. It's very easy to draw, but it is not important here. In this chapter, it is important how to find the number of zeros from the given graph. Okay, that only there. So we can understand how to find the number of zeros from the graph.